Okay, good morning, all of you. So, am I audible, guys? Online team. So, AWS Lambda, right? Yeah. Let me change on everyone. The one is very important in AWS, the AWS Lambda. So, first of all, the AWS Lambda. AWS Lambda is a serverless service. Okay, platform as a service. Serverless service. Okay. So, example for platform as a service. PAS. Platform as a service. So mostly we are using AWS Lambda for event-driven functions. So AWS Lambda can handle runtime. What is the highest time of Lambda? 15 minutes, right? So Lambda provides a source and target triggers. So if you go for configurations, we can see here, edit option. The highest memory, CPU memory is 10240 MB. What is the use of this? hardware. To run required hardware, right? In your EC2 instance, we have a hardware. Same to run your Lambda, hardware is required to run your application. That is memory location 10240 MB. Yeah, close to 10 GB. Ephemeral storage means what? Temporary storage. Okay. Same. Earlier, this is not 10240 MB. So this one also they have changed. Okay. And we can create a role. We can attach a role also, right? Yeah. So here, the only thing is we need to add the role also. So to Lambda is executing any other services. So definitely we need to create a role and attach to permissions for the Lambda. So Lambda has to talk with EC2. Lambda has to talk with S3 bucket. So definitely we need to create a role for the Lambda and attach the required permissions. Okay. Okay. So here we can just explore the few things here. So before that, so this is my code. Okay, this is my code. Just we can explore the options what we have here. So code is the code platform to check the code, and test is to test your code by using some event name, whatever it is. So monitor, just monitor your CloudWatch metrics by using Lambda here. Okay, I will show you. We need to configure some policy for this. I will show you also. For example, if you run your Lambda function, we can see the result in the same dashboard, right? It is a success or whatever. So if we can see the same into the CloudWatch logs also if you can configure the CloudWatch. So for example, so if you can go for view CloudWatch logs, This logs is nothing but your application, your code status, either success or failure, or maybe the reason. Metrics are nothing but so the Lambda invocations, the duration and CPU and throttles, the total concurrent execution. So something related to Lambda, it will show, not for application here. If you want to check the status of your application run and all, you can go for CloudWatch logs. Here we need to understand two things, two monitoring systems. One is for metrics, one is for logs. Metrics, it does your Lambda invocations, time, when it will invocated, how much RAM it consumes, how much CPUs it consumes, like that kind of information we can see, but not inside of the application. But if you can go for the CloudWatch logs, we can see your application when it is started. What is the reason to fail your application? Everything we can see that. So if I click on this CloudWatch logs, anyway, yes. So for example, here we can see different log streams in the CloudWatch. So whenever you can create a Lambda, the background one log group will create into that CloudWatch. That log group is dedicatedly work for your application of the Lambda function. So if you want to check, you just click on this in any log functions. We can see the error, the strategy of your runtime, and what is the problem and everything we can see in these logs. Anyway, I will show you here. So for example, let's go to your Lambda function. So this is my code. So let's say I'm going to just remove this one. Okay. So let's deploy it first, the changes, and test it. So we can see the information here also, but in cloud logs, we can see in the detail. So time is 9:25, right? So in this time, if you click on this, my logs statement, every run, one file is going to create in the log group. This is the file. This is the log group. In the file, if I open in this file 9:25, so we can see here, this is AP South 1 started. Okay. So started request ID and Lambda warning unhandle. See unhandle exceptions. If they are so we can see here the error. Sorry, here the syntax error. So it is missing the closing bracket. So like that we can easily. So after that it is request is end error. So was no closed. Understand? So like that we can understand the logs, the CloudWatch. In your end, it is not updated means it will ask attach some policy. You just go to the role and attach the respective policy in your end if it is not working. If you can give admin access, it will work. If you can give only EC2 access, if you are able to see CloudWatch, CloudWatch is a different service again, right? You have to give CloudWatch permissions for your Lambda. But I have given admin access, right? That's what I'm able to access. In your case, if you can give only EC2 access, but you are accessing CloudWatch logs, right? So CloudWatch logs also we need to give the permissions. So this is the monitoring, CloudWatch monitoring. So yeah, okay, let me change that. So total concurrent execution is 1. So if you want to change this one now, go for code. So I'm going to add the end bracket now also. Now you can deploy, now test it. Okay, anyway, the key pair is not exist. Regarding this, your EC2 issue, this is not for Lambda issue, right? Whatever code you have deployed, that key, the S cube does not exist. Key pair is not exist. Maybe it is in different region. Understand? So same thing. If you want to check logs, again, you can go see everything we can understand here. But if you needed detailed information, you can go for the CloudWatch logs. The CloudWatch logs, it is a updated as a name, event name. Okay, if you want to check. And so this is monitoring story. If you can see here, one invocation. Okay. So time is different, right? 3:55. This is a UK time. 5.5 hours difference will be there. So one invocation, duration, and this is error, right? We got it, right? So like that information, one time, total concurrent execution, only one time. So we can see the metrics here, my Lambda executions, how many executions, if you can see the dots. Okay. And then go for configurations. This is very important one as we seen here. So here in the configurations, we can see the ephemeral storage and a main memory and time and role. If you want to change the role, you have to come for configurations. So here the role will be there. Okay. So we cannot give 16 minutes. It's as we know, this is for 15 minutes only. And runtime. So my runtime already, it will support Java. Just they are saying this runtime, it will already support till Java 21 recent one. Also they are saying that. So and and very important one, aliases is not required. Just leave it. Versions, just regarding that. So if you can come here, these are very important in the general configuration, the left hand side. So triggers. What is trigger here? Lambda triggers. So my Lambda, my AWS Lambda, we can add some triggers. The triggers is nothing but we are running Lambda function manually, right? So instead of run manually, if you can add a trigger here, depends on this trigger, Lambda will run. This trigger, whatever it is, you can give any trigger. Based on the trigger, Lambda will run. Destination. Whenever Lambda function executed, post actions, this destination will run. Understand? Post action, this destination will run. So let's an example. One file is uploaded into your S3 bucket. Okay. Based on the file event, Lambda will run. Based on the Lambda run, the destination will execute. So what we can do to understand, here I can configure SNS. Here I can configure S3 notification, S3 event, any event. So whenever S3, any changes will happen to the S3 bucket, your Lambda will trigger. Whenever Lambda trigger, your destination will give a notification. Like that, we can add the triggers here. Understand? So let's an example. So what I can do here, these are the sources. You can select any source. So let's an example. If you can go for any S3 MongoDB. Yeah, S3 is there, right? So which bucket you are going to configure for this Lambda? So if I go for my S3 bucket, so my Lambda is there in Mumbai. So my Lambda is there in Mumbai. So what I can do, Mumbai, I can take any one of the bucket. Yes, take FGH, something is there ending. This one. Oh, sorry. This is a US East one. So this bucket. So FGHIL, whatever. FGHIL. Yeah, this one. Okay. So now event type, any event I can give are put object, get object, delete object, download object, whatever, all object creations. So yes, I acknowledge, add. Prefix suffix is nothing but specific object, specific key inside folder, specific key only like that. See, my S3 is added in the trigger. And the same thing, my destination. You can add your destination. So whenever you can add destination, it is comes under asynchronous invocation. Okay. Asynchronous invocation. This is synchronous invocation. Okay. As per this sync, it will run. As per the async, it will trigger. This is asynchronous. This is synchronous. That's what, if I click add destination, it is asking asynchronous invocation. So on failure or on success, for example, on failure, if I give my SNS topic, so definitely here, see, if you can see here, one more Lambda function also we can add if required. If this Lambda may fail, one more Lambda can run like that. Depends on your wish, your requirement you can create. So if I give SNS topic, so there is a AWS cloud SNS topic is there here. So this is my AWS Cloud SNS topic. You know, right, how to create SNS? Yeah. So if I give save here, so now whenever this action will perform, this action will execute. Whenever this action will execute, this action will execute. Event driven function, this is. Okay, event driven function. In your case, is there any requirement will come? You can think, yes, Lambda can handle event driven, right? We can handle it. So my S3 bucket, so if I go for my S3 bucket, so this one, you can add any action. I have given any action, right? So any action means you can add any file here. Just you can add any file here. So now my Lambda has to trigger as per this event. Why? I have added a trigger. And based on that, after run my Lambda, it will give an a SNS notification. Is this clear? So just refresh here. Just go to CloudWatch logs. We can see here. Otherwise, we can refresh here also. Come back. So 9:35:32. See, just no 30 seconds back. It's a trigger. Go inside. Same error. Invalid key pair. Whatever we ran manual also same error, right? So on failure, it has to send notification, right? So I need to check notification is triggered or not. Maybe that is not not configured into my Gmail. Maybe the reason it is not configured, I think so. Yeah. So what I can do, let's go for SNS. Go to topics, AWS Cloud is there. So in this, okay, so different endpoint, it's not mine. That's what I'm unable to get a notification. So I think we can add a subscription for this. Yeah, you can give different email IDs. So you can give create subscription. So I can confirm from my end also. Yeah, it is triggered my end. So I just confirming the subscription here. Okay. So I just confirm my end for my subscription. So if you can do like this, the next failure time, I will get a mail. See, I subscribed now. So what I can do now, so I can, so any action, right? Even delete also it will trigger, right? Even delete also it will trigger, right? So just go on here and delete, permanently delete, delete. Okay. So if I delete means what happened? Lambda will trigger or not? So I have given any action in this bucket, right? So my Lambda will trigger and as SNS has to trigger. So before that, I can go and check CloudWatch logs first. Just refresh. You can refresh here also. So come back. Just close this one. What happened? Only create I have given now. Okay. Working, huh? Just a minute, guys. Let me switch Wi-Fi. 401, right? Yeah. Mm. I think it will disconnect. Guess, am I audible? Online team? I don't think so. So my screen and everything is good? Okay, then better. So now if you can see here, that's why Zoom is unbeatable. Anyway, where we are? So trigger, right? So if you can see, I got a notification anyway. Let's go here. See, this is a notification, right? So just we can see here, if you want to convert into CSV formats, you can convert. So everything, so request ID, function error, okay. See whatever key you have deleted, the key information. So everything we can get it in this. Understand? So your Lambda already ran and it's given a notification as per your configuration. So what we can understand here, so what we can understand from here, the Lambda can support event driven. So as per the S3 event, it will trigger, as per its trigger, it will send a notification. Understand everyone? So any questions on this event driven? So whatever action, completely our wish, we can add anything action here. So if it is, if you have any question, just ask me that. Otherwise I can go for, okay. So in my Lambda, if you can see here, other triggers, mostly we are using S3 as a source, destination is SNS, most cases. If you can see in the add triggers, only we are using AWS services. So API gateways mostly we are using. Application load balancer also we can use. So S3 buckets, event bridge, these many cases, mostly we are using S3. But what we can understand, Lambda will support even. No, we have already other ideas, sir. Why Lambda even if it is serverless? Other ideas means, other ideas means EC2. For example, if you can take an EC2 instance, EC2 instance Lambda. If you compare the both, okay. So as per the use cases, EC2 we have to pay the bill. Okay, entire running cost. Okay, if your application access or not, it's not depends. But Lambda is not like that. Whenever the Lambda ran, you need to pay the running time of the Lambda. So it's very cheaper and very powerful. So runtime, you no need to install anything. So for example, Python updations, Java updations, you have to take care in your EC2 instance. Here, not required. Just deploy our code. You can access. Same kind of that. We cannot give Lambda as a public access to like EC2 instances. We can give, but not in that level. Understand what I'm trying to say here? So here also you can give hello world something code. You can give public access also from here also. So depends on the requirement we are using. Event driven functions EC2 is it's not supported like Lambda. Okay, so like that we can use. Yes, we can use any language in Lambda. No need to install. No need to add any dependencies. That is Lambda can install automatically. Clear anyone? Yeah, so I think now go to configurations again. So trigger, permissions, destinations. Permissions means roles, triggers means this, destination means this one. And function URL. Yes. So function URL, create a function URL, AWS IAM or none. If you put none means everyone can access your code. Understand? Save. So we'll get a one URL. If you click this URL, we'll get a some internal server error. This is not any framework to give the response, right? If it is any hello world, we can able to see hello world here. Okay, this is just backend regarding code. It's not this. There is no any framework to see here like that. So that's what we are unable to see. But even Lambda also we can give the URL. Okay, so how to provide function URLs and click none. IAM means only specific persons can access. None means everyone can access. Means indirectly public access. env variables. env variables is nothing but import code in Lambda. Yeah, I will come to that, Kiran. Yes, I will come to that point only. Okay, so what we can do now. So environmental variables are nothing but instead of hard code. So for example, guys, if you go for my main code, for example, this key is there, right? S cube. So I don't want to mention here. I can mention into that uh, environmental variables. I can pass env variables for this. So I can the value actually S cube. So instead of S cube, I can give my key in the place of S cube. Okay, instead of hard coding the values. So for example, save. Now this S cube is there, right? No need, no need to mention S cube. You can give my key. But there is a way to call. There is a way to call the environmental variables. So there is a OS environ. So AWS Lambda env. So if you can go here, like that, we need to write os.environ your value. So here your value will come. Okay, let's take here, go to Lambda. So this is your key name, right? So what you can write, just give enter here. So here you can give any name, no problem. So you are calling os.environment. This is what is your key name? My key. Okay. So this is you can give key name also, no problem. Understand how to call environmental variables? We have to give os.environment. So it can call from your environmental variables. So what is the value of my key here? Yes, your actual value of the key. So like that we can, yeah, we have to add, yes, correct. We have to add import OS also. Here there is no import OS. Okay, we need to add import OS also. Okay, and then deploy it anyway. Just go to configurations again. So this is environmental variable story. And then next tags. So as we know regarding naming and all. And here if you can see VPC. This Lambda want to run particular VPC only, for example. Okay. So we can add we can give any VPC since it is a serverless service, right? So for example, when you connect a function VPC in your account, it does not have access to the internet. Understand? Unless your VPC provide access. To give your function access to the internet, route outbound traffic to NAT gateway to a public subnet. Understand here what he's trying to say? If you create a VPC, for example, if you give a VPC, it will not accessible for outside. Your request is coming from any API gateway to trigger your Lambda, it will not access. It is only, you are saying that access through VPC only, indirectly. In this case, what you need to do to give your function access to the internet, we need to route the outbound traffic into a NAT gateway in a public subnet. Same thing, we need to implement a NAT gateway concept. So if you can give a VPC subnet, okay, I have, for example, subnet security groups, we have given like this, right? So this subnet inside Lambda can configure. If this subnet want to talk with out, in this subnet, what we need to do, add the NAT gateway. What is a NAT gateway function? We can talk to outside of the world, but no one can come inside of the world. Okay, that is the concept they are saying. And next, your Lambda want to connect database. So we can give the, so it will communicate directly instead of giving username, password and all. It's inside your environment. Okay. Existing database, but that should be in the same VPC. Okay. Otherwise, simple code. Go for ChatGPT. Sample Python code to run a query. Run a query from Lambda. Run a query from the Lambda. AWS Lambda to RDS. So actually, if you want to run a query, you need to connect from where? Any workbench third party tool or whatever you need to run a query. Now you need to run a query, but not manually. If I run a Lambda function, that Lambda run a query. Understand the requirement? So the query we need to insert into Lambda Python code, right? Understand what I'm trying to say? It's a manual process. For example, if you want to run a query in RDS, first what we can do, guys, we can connect RDS by using username, password, endpoint. And then once go inside, we need to run a query, whatever query to get the details from the RDS. Okay, select star from, get all the records count. Select star from first 5 lines, whatever it is. You need to write a query, right? Now we are saying Python code. By using Python code, we need to run a query. Same Python code also it does. First, it has to connect your RDS, right? By using username, password, endpoint. Then whatever query you are running, that query will be there in your Python code. So if I run a Python code, you are able to get the query from the RDS. If a same Python code, if I run in Lambda function, Lambda can run. That is the difference. I mean, Python code on your EC2, Python code in your laptop, Python code in your Lambda. Code is same. The action is different. We can use in the Lambda, we can use in the EC2, we can use in the local. Same yesterday scenario. If I run in Lambda, no need to install Python. Simply I can copy paste my code. I can run from the Lambda function. Understand? So if I give this, it will give us some code, I think. So what is PyMySQL here? To connect your RDS, we needed PyMySQL dependency. See, RDS configuration, it is asking host name, username, password, DB name, which DB you are going to connect, which host, what is your name, what is your password, everything it is asking here. And again, region. So in my case, access key security cannot required, right? If you are in the EC2 instance, we can create a role and attach to RDS permission. Simple. If you run this query, select a star from your DB, you will get a details, fetch results. So same thing if you can give, if you can go for first Yeah. Get RDS instance endpoint. So response equal to RDS client describe DB instance, whatever. So we'll get the response in the DB instance and endpoint and address. Connect RDS instance by using this response. Once you connect RDS instance, run the query. Okay. So results equal to cursor.fetch all means we'll print all the result here. For row and result print row means, I mean, for loop. If you want to get the more information, just we can give the print row. Close the connection. So if you run like this, your Lambda function able to get the details, get the table information in the Lambda dashboard. We can see that, okay, this is the information query details and all. If anyone RDS is not deleted, just run this query. Just run this code. It can easily work. You can easily understand. This is very important scenario also in the real time. Okay. So create a RDS instance. So run this code and change the modifications if you want to do it. If you want to work with Python, I'm saying that only. Otherwise, just leave it. Okay. So yes, we can run directly Python code like that way also. Otherwise, we can go and connect RDS instance directly from here. Okay, directly from if both are in same VPC, it is allowed to connect. Okay, existing database. Create new database means same process. Here is giving create new database process. But if you can create like this, you will get all default actions, remaining actions. Anyway, just next. Monitor and operation tool, just CloudWatch and all it will show. Logging, this is the will create a, whenever you can create a logging. Concurrency. See, concurrency is nothing but yeah. So reserved concurrency, unreserved concurrency. So if you where it is, yeah. So if you can read, you can easily understand. It's a scaling. So to enable your function to scale without fluctuations in latency, use provide concurrency. So you can use applications auto scaling to automatically adjust provision concurrency to maintain configuration target realizations. I mean, what they're saying in your EC2 instance, for example, if you want to provide high availability, what we can do, we can provide auto scaling technology, right? Here, concurrency, if you can give means that everything they have to take in care. Okay, everything they have to take care. But anyway, real time, we are not utilizing that in that level. Just leave it. Asynchronous invocation, SNS, right? I have given just SNS here, right? And these are not required. Code signing and file system is not related for us. It's a developers. Create state mission is a step function. Step function, there is a one more service. From the step function, we can access Lambda function also. Just different scenarios. Okay. If you want go inside. So many conf. Okay. Step function we can create if required. I mean, step function also kind of event driven. So not required, just leave it. So event driven. If I give my start is Lambda, for example, like that first it will execute Lambda function. And same thing after that, if you can give publish. So parallel, we can run a parallel jobs here. So we can give Lambda invocation. So integrating type, you can give whatever SDK means SDK. So payloads like this, it will come. Next state, add any add new state. So it will add state one more state. Just we can go for this publish. Like that, we can add a event flow. So same like it's like a pipeline. It will trigger after that. It will trigger. Okay. This is state mission. That is a step function. No need to go in depth. Just I'm saying only. Clear the Lambda dashboard and any doubts on this? Any queries on this here? Permissions and destination so that Clear, guys? Any questions? So now, okay, this is Lambda, the dashboard and all. Now the question is, I want to create, no, it will not fail. Async only will fail. So as per your statement, in async, I have given only fail notifications. In async, you can give us success notifications, whatever. That is after Lambda trigger. It's not depends on the source. Okay. Okay. Now my question is, okay, if you can go to my Lambda. So this code is there, right? This code is there, right? This code, you can manually copy paste here. Understand what I'm trying to say? Manually copy paste. We have one more option is what? Upload or S3 location. So you can give your S3 URL and save means your code will fetch from that bucket. So before that, what you need to do? Upload that code into S3 bucket in zip formats. Very important. Without zip format, it will not take. Understand? Okay, this one we can do it. And one more option is the layers. Very important. Layers is nothing but, guys, Lambda will support 5 layers. So the Python runtime, import OS, import boto3, it's a unique one. But if you want to add custom related packages, custom related dependencies, that you need to add here. Okay. So for example, your packages will be there in your S3 bucket. Update your all packages in S3 bucket. Give here S3 URL. Add a layer. Whenever this Lambda will trigger time, it will fetch the dependencies from S3 bucket, the layer information. Import boto3, import OS, import JSON is the just unique one. Is everywhere it will fetch from directly from internet. But if I want to give custom dependencies, it has to connect with my database. So regarding this jar files will be required. So jar plugins is required. Download jar, upload into S3 bucket. So create a layer. While you trigger time, Lambda can understand there is a layer here. So I can connect my database by using this layer plugins. Understand? Okay. So now anyway, just the final one is code upload, right? In real time, how we can upload code here? So we can upload manually also from the S3 location, make it zip file of your code and upload here, right? So we can do it. But now my requirement is I need to create a Lambda function, and also I need to deploy code into my Lambda function. Understand my requirement here? So let's go for here, for example, project 5. Okay, project 5. So I'm going to create one more file here. Lambda function.py. Understand the requirement, little confused, but this is very, very important. If you want to learn, if you want to understand Lambda little advanced level. So now my requirement is to create Lambda function by using Terraform, by using Python boto3 or CLI or manual process. So as soon as Lambda is create, it will fetch the code also in the body code. What Lambda has to run? For example, Lambda has to run your EC2 mission. Okay. It has to run EC2 mission means we have to create a Lambda function. The required code it has to fetch from S3 bucket. Okay. So let's go to Google first or ChatGPT, whatever. So sample Lambda function to create a Python boto3. Otherwise, you can go for document also, Python boto3 document. Click on this. Okay, let me copy this one. Where is I have created Lambda functions? Yeah, paste it. So guys, what I need to add in this code? Import Boto3. Is it really required access the secret key? Not required. So just remove this entire. Is this clear now? So region name is what? We need to give region name AP South 1. Okay. So if you can see this function, what you can understand from this? Okay. So what you can understand this code? What is your understanding? Hmm? Hmm. Okay, let me rename this one first. We should not give like this way. Okay, you can check here. Where is rename? Hmm? Refactor. Huh? Yeah. So if you can go here, just give go. Anyway. So okay. Not required this one, just remove this one. Yeah, okay. If you can see here, what is your understanding? This code. So how many actions it is going to perform here? How many actions performing here? What? So first it is creating a Lambda function, right? This Python Boto3 is creating a Lambda function. How can I say that? Client equal to, so whatever name you can give here, you can give Lambda hyphen client. Same name you should use here, the response. Otherwise, if you can give only client, here you can use the client, no problem. So Boto3.client, what is this? Yesterday it will be there. It was there only EC2 while creating EC2. Now you are creating Lambda functions. So in which region? AP South 1. So what is the response? Creating a Lambda function, not deleting, not updating. So yesterday's run instance, response run instance. Now response create. Now code. What is this code? Hmm? So we are creating Lambda function, but inside some code is required. I mean, your requirement is to run EC2 instance. For example, run EC2 instance by using Lambda function. Understand the requirement? Run EC2 instance by using the Lambda functions. But the Lambda function is not available. I need to create Lambda function also. First, I need to create Lambda function. To create EC2 instance, we need to give the code to Lambda function, right? This is my code. So the one action here, I'm giving here, create Lambda function and required Lambda function, take this code from here. From where? S3 bucket. Understand? S3 bucket. So you guys are noting code also? Why? I will give this. Even if you write this code, if you type into that any ID, it will get an error. The reason you forget something, any codes and all, right? Please don't note it code. Huh? Okay. Why this is here? This part is here. Code. Why this code is? We have to give, see, go for lambda functions. For example, this code will be there, right? So I'm saying to my lambda function, run this code. But from where you are providing this code, manually you have copy paste. But my requirement is who can paste your code at the time in your environment time. No, it has to take from the handle it dynamically from the system itself. So we need to update my code into S3 bucket whenever I run this CDK, I mean SDK, sorry, automatically the Python code create a lambda function. So create a lambda function and this lambda function will take the code from here. It will run if you execute, right? Yeah. Now what and all I need to change here? Hmm? ARN. This one I need to change. Understand? And then this one I need to change. This is not Node.js runtime, right? This is not Node.js runtime. This is Python runtime. So let's go to your Python. So if we can go for any lambda functions. So go for code. Otherwise, you can go for new lambda functions. So while creating time, we'll get Python 3.12, right? So you can give here Python 3.12. So let's go there. You can give Python 3.12. Is this clear? And what is this function name? You can give any function name, lambda function name. Test my function. Is this clear? And a handler, I will tell you that. So role I need to change, right? This role I need to change. So let's go to my IAM. So IAM role, I think I already created lambda roles multiple. So let me apply the filter. Okay, I can take this one. Let me check the permissions of this. Okay, administrator access also there. So what I can do, I'll just take this ARN and I can update into my, so my role. Is this clear everything? And next important thing is what? Okay, this is lambda will create. We are no doubt about that. But we need to update this code. This lambda can take code from where? S3 bucket. So which bucket? So which function that is first we need to do? Your code has to zip it. Okay. For example, this is my code, guys. Okay, let's take for yesterday session otherwise. So on the Python project 4, let's take one code main.py, test.py, whatever. Okay, main.py. So here import boto3 is missing, right? Import boto3. Let's go to Mumbai. I will verify my key name. What is the key name in Mumbai? So an S3. I will give so before I'll give the bucket name. Let's go for my buckets. So Mumbai bucket. Okay. So let's go to give my bucket name. Control. So here I need to give. So my code is there in bucket. Hey lambda function. My code is there in this bucket. You can take from there. Okay. And where is the key? Key means what? In the bucket, your file name is the key. If you create one more folder, you need to add folder / key. If you're not directly updated key, no need to give any folder. Just give the key of your code. Understand? So now, yeah, my code is this one. This is my code. So before that, so let me check. Otherwise, I will do one thing, guys. Already, I think updated my key file, the lambda.zip. This is the code. So what you need to do in your case, okay. So in your case, let's go to here. This is the code, right? In your case, you need to zip this code. Okay. So before that, my key is wrong, right? So go to EC2 instance from here. So, okay, Jenkins key is there, right? Let's go and I'll give the replace with the Jenkins. Okay. So control S. This code is to give to Lambda. Don't confuse. This code is to give Lambda what Lambda has to perform. This code has to create Lambda function, take whatever code you have uploaded from the S3 bucket into the S3 bucket. Don't confuse. Okay. So my file name, key name. So whatever you are going to upload, that you need to give. So if you can see my main.py. So this is my actual code, what Lambda has to perform. So here can we zip it from here? Okay, otherwise I'll do one thing. Anyway, let's go to my users. So in the project 4, you can go for here and PyCharm projects, go for project 4. So this is the main code, updated now 15, right? So let me delete this one. So this code, I need to zip it, right? Otherwise, S3 cannot take. So you can give lambda. You can give any name, just I'm giving lambda form of zip. I need to upload into S3 bucket. Let's go to S3 bucket. So in this, come to Mumbai bucket. Just remove this one. This is not working one. Okay. So I'm going to upload my file. Which file I'm going to upload here? Lambda.zip, whatever you are going to run by using lambda function. So, okay, run by using lambda function. This one uploaded. Okay. My file name is lambda. Oh, okay. Let me delete this one. Okay. And let's go to my here. Remove this one. And again, you can, sorry, which code? This one. So compress to zip file. So give lambda only. Okay. So now you can upload. Yeah. So Okay, am I audible, guys? Online team? Okay, so here's some network issue. So anyway, let me share my screen. Okay, so the only pending is Lambda handler. So the only pending is Lambda handler. So here we need to write, guys, your module name. Module name means your code name. My code inside is main. That code, if you can see, my code is main, right? It just convert into zip format. This is key name of S3 bucket. Inside main will come into your Lambda. So we need to give here main dot Lambda underscore handler. This is common, Lambda underscore handler. Okay. So here you have to give your module name. Module means my code module is main. So it will run. Anyway, if your code module name is, for example, test, you can give test dot Lambda underscore handler. Okay, anyway, let's try to deploy this code. We can see no screen now. Okay, now, okay. So if you can see here, we have to give, guys, your module name, your code. My module is main. So that's what I'm giving main. In your case, whatever module you can give, that is extension dot Lambda underscore handler. This meaning is it should be run under Lambda handler. Understood? Yesterday I told you, right? In your code, it should be run inside your Lambda handler. So this is mean, this is my code. It should be run Lambda handler. Is this clear, everyone? So my code name, my code module is main. If you can see main, this is, I just made it into zip format. Okay. Now let's go to there. So I'm going to run. We can see what happened now. So if I run now, what is the first action? Create a Lambda function and then upload a code from S3 bucket. Okay, let me run. Okay, process finish. Just go to my Mumbai region and we'll see the Lambda is created or not. Lambda function name. Test my Lambda 18 seconds ago is created, right? So if you can see, code is uploaded, right? This code is uploaded from S3 bucket. I have updated all S3 bucket. Hey Lambda, you can take your code from S3 bucket. Is this clear? So if any import is required here, again, no need to add here. Again, you need to add into your local source code. You just upload, and again you can run the Lambda function. Anyway, if I run now, it will expect some test. Anyway, event name you can give it. Handler is missing. Okay, let's go to your configurations. General configurations. The code itself. Handler. Okay, let me check other Lambda code handlers. So for example, if we can my Lambda, this is Lambda hyphen function. So Lambda hyphen function, Lambda hyphen handler. So in my case, it is main, right? Main dot Lambda hyphen handler. So this is correct only, right? Hmm. Where? Here. No, it should run Lambda function dot py. No need to copy it, this one. No need to copy it. It has to work. Wait. Um, Test my functions. So main.py, let's go here. Main dot lambda if an handler. This is correct only. Function name. I don't think so. Anyway, wait. Let me run this. Okay, this is working, right? This is for different code. Anyway, code is different. SQBs does not exist. But if you can see, go for main.py here also, there is no handler. It has to take care main dot lambda handler, right? So now why in this case is not working? 3.12. Go to for test my functions. Main.py. So go here. Anyway, same only, right? Then why it is expecting function here? And let's test now again. Okay. Runtime handler not found. Let's go to Python. Okay, it's a capital one, right? Maybe the reason. Okay, let's redeploy. Go to delete. Hmm. And close this. And again, let me run. 3.12, right? Okay, 3.12 is right. In that case, we are giving correct only. Control C. V. Okay. Yes. So this is working 3.12 only. Okay. Main.py. Let me test it. Okay, let me test now. Missing on module main. Maybe created, huh? Mumbai region only. Mhm. Oh, let me delete. It is creating, then why is giving error like that? Handler function. So now we can rerun again. We can see that. Wait. Okay, let's go now. So this is my function, right? So you can rerun again. Okay, let's go to check EC2 instance. Yeah, actually, that is also correct. It should be their handler, but the handler we can call from the code. No need to write here. Here, no need to write lambda handler here. So I got your point actually. So we need to add here lambda handler, right? But it has to call from the code. So otherwise, who can add again here after deploy it, right? So deploy, we'll see something handler. Okay, we can see now one more time. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll just copy this code into one more lambda function, which is working. I think here also same issue will come. Okay. Lambda handler missing on module main. Yeah, I'll go for ChatGPT only now. Okay, lambda function dot py. Oh, sorry. It is saying manual process. Okay. I'll do one thing better. Lambda dot zip. Okay. Okay, guys, we can see tomorrow. We don't have time also. So try your end if anyone is working. Let me just see my end. Module lambda handler, we can see. Okay, thank you for today. Yeah, bye. Yeah, correct. I think so. The name has to change default handler, I think so. That's what, yeah.